The second choice that I made was to commit to a two-way agreement. And that two-way agreement was between me and my sister. And I experienced the force of a two-way agreement. And for me, it really transformed the feeling of doing this out of duty and obligation to doing something out of joy and desire. You and I have talked about two-way agreements. What's a two-way agreement that you have committed to?
So this was, I mean, by the way, these questions are incredibly impactful. They're not easy to answer. You need to really dissect and reflect and be introspective around them. So I just credit you with just even framing the question in the way that you have done. So, the way I think about commitment and these two-way agreements, I think there are certain things that we do that we feel like we have to do. So I think about, I have to exercise, I have to eat better, I have to sleep better. I mean, even my purpose, I have to live about that, live my purpose. But it is about a higher level of delayed and deeper sense of happiness. It's not an immediate payoff. So this idea that we do things when we want to do them, we're not necessarily getting immediate gratification. There was this Stanford professor, actually a psychologist, in 1972 did the marshmallow test, which was an experiment on delayed gratification. It was in the 1970s. And in this study, a child was offered a choice between one small but immediate reward or two small rewards if they waited for a period of time. And during this time, the researcher left the room for 15 minutes and then returned. The reward was either a marshmallow or a pretzel stick, depending on the child's preference. In follow-up studies, the researchers found that children who were able to wait longer for preferred rewards tended to have better life outcomes. And Carol Dweck, who wrote The Growth Mindset, she also picked up on that same idea, that there's this idea of delayed gratification. So as I think about the idea of a two-way agreement and this shift from I have to I want to me, you're setting up an agreement that with yourself that you are not seeking immediate return, immediate gratification. You recognize that what you're doing through a conscious choice is going to lead to longer term, sustainable, more positive outcomes that provide a deeper sense of gratification. And to me, that all links back to purpose and what I'm trying to do.
Totally. And you said it. I mean, even I would say probably especially committing to a two-way agreement with yourself is not always easy. And in fact, it's probably really hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. And I think it's you're constantly resetting, right? You sort of, it's never a linear projection around just this idea of just enduring success. It's a reset. So you go like this, you may dip, and then you hit the reset button and you go back up. And you know what helps with that, hitting that reset button? Surround yourself with people that can help you hit that reset button. And so, even my interactions with you, Trish, and the conversations we're having, it helps me do that. And then that helps me then reestablish that two-way commitment, that two-way agreement with myself to be able to then continue on that trajectory.
That's awesome. And continue to stay grounded in your purpose.
Right.
Because you energize yourself and then you continue to move forward and you continue to inspire and motivate others. And it's a cycle. Thank you for joining me for our Choose and Become interview series. You could find this episode and others at trishkendall.com. Just go to trishkendall.com/choose-become-interview-series. Or if you have a question or just want to leave a comment, email me, trish@trishkendall.com.